Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon, and you're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BK.
Oh my God!
Hello!
Sassy.
Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. We're kind of fuzzy, everybody. We're kind of fuzzy. Are we here? Yes, we're clear. We are here. Welcome to the Owl Show right here on BKS1 Radio. It's your girl Chanel, and of course I am here with Miss Queen B, and we are looking like Christmas ornaments just for you to celebrate. To celebrate the holidays, to celebrate. We got some people that's here in studio with us that we haven't seen in what feels like decades. We have an amazing show.
It feel like
we have an amazing show tonight. Wait, everybody. This is our holiday show, and everybody knows that BKS1 Radio rocks out every single year. But because of COVID, everybody, we did not have a chance to have a holiday party this year. So, you know, we are here, and we are celebrating all by ourselves. We got dressed up to come in the studio. We're just the people here in studio to have a good time with each other, and we are celebrating how we always do. We tried to be cute for y'all today.
Yes.
Y'all can let us know what you
Merry
think.
Christmas.
You know, let us know what you think. One of our favorite girls, DJ Sassy, is in the building with us right now, so that just made us happy because it's literally felt like it has been an entire year since we have seen her. But we are here. We have some amazing guests who are going to be zooming into the studio with us tonight as well. So we just plan on laughing and having a good time.
Absolutely.
Because it's the holidays.
Yes,
so
first
and foremost, as usual, Queen B, how are you doing
I
tonight?
cannot complain. I cannot complain. I'm good. No real, nothings.
Okay.
Good week thus far. It's only Tuesday.
Well, listen, you said a good week thus far because we have had weeks where we've said it's a long week.
Yeah.
And it was literally only Tuesday.
Right.
Yes.
I'm your home, so I don't know why we would offer you a seat.
You are home, Sassy.
Be where you gonna be.
So yes, everybody. Go ahead, Queen B.
No, I am fabulous. Mm-hmm. What a hectic day today.
Really?
Yes.
But you look good, though.
Thank you.
You look good. Your hair looks good. Your skin looks good. Your lashes are to the gourds.
Christmas. She said, let's throw it on. I haven't thrown it on. You know that. Like we haven't been anywhere. So I haven't thrown it on in a really long time. So she said, get dressed for Christmas.
That's why we look like Christmas
and
ornaments.
I got dressed.
Okay.
I got dressed.
Got
the wine.
Oh, we'll do that afterwards.
Okay.
But in the meantime, everybody, you know what though?
While driving here, I just want to say my contact came out. I had to put it back, put a different one in. But I'm here.
You do that? You made it?
I did.
Okay, but you look good.
I appreciate that.
I don't know what you feel like.
Yeah.
And I don't know how hard your day was.
Yeah.
But you look good.
Thank you so much.
Whatever occurred in today.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
In today. Are we live on Facebook, Jeff?
Oh, sorry.
Yes, we are. Okay. All right. Just making sure. But in the meantime, like I said, on a serious note, after we do our technical difficulties here, on a serious note, I just want everybody to know that as we're laughing and joking, this is a blessing.
Yes.
This is truly, truly, truly a blessing that we are still able to be here.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of us who were here with us in March are not here with us right now. And I don't take that lightly.
Right.
And I pray that no one takes that lightly, because that is a very, very serious thing.
It's crazy that you say that, because a lot of times when I'm scrolling through Facebook, it literally is like a memorial, because every time you turn around, someone's like, rest in peace. I never suggested that, this and the other. Remember Debo from Friday? Yeah. He passed. Yes. And I call him Debo because that's what everybody reminds. I mean, he was Zeus, actually. Yes. He was a lot of things. But I just want to say, rest in peace to him. Yeah. And there were so many other beautiful people that passed this year as well. Yeah. So, we honor them. Yes, we do. We honor them, and we are grateful still to have our loved ones here. Mm-hmm. Our families are good and healthy, and we thank God for that. We do. So, yeah.
It's a blessing. It's a blessing to be in your right mind. It's a blessing if you ate today.
Yes.
It's a blessing if you were. It's a blessing if you.
We got two
blessing.
DJs.
Another blessing.
Wow.
In the door. You know what? It's a good night.
What a good day.
Get on in here, girl. Like, get on in here, girl. One of our.
What a good day. Didn't I say I miss both of them?
You did.
I said I miss both of them.
A party. Do y'all see? I'm about to cry. I'm gonna cry.
I missed you guys. I just said to her, I literally was like, I missed them. Like,
yes.
I said that. Both of y'all.
She did.
Yeah. Good. And you just fell on in. What are y'all doing?
I'm happy.
With yourselves.
Well, listen, wait, where's Norm? Because when Norm come back, I'm going to have them stand right here.
Okay.
Right here, and we go, cheese, real quick with it.
Okay.
When he comes back. But listen, as I was just saying, I was talking about blessings when another blessing just came in the door. I was saying, if you were blessed enough that you ate today, and you ate today, you got to hug loved ones, you got to complain about your job today, you got to, then you were truly blessed, and we don't take that for granted, and we don't take that lightly, and we are not making a mock of everything that everybody else has gone through this year by celebrating. I just want everybody to know that we have just gotten to the point, and I have made a declare and decree that right now I'm celebrating everything.
Yeah, you have to.
I am celebrating everything. You know the memes when they be like, black people be like, the baby just took a step, we throwing something on the grill. Like, that is my sentiment from now until God closes my eyes for the last time. I am celebrating every single thing as long as I can at this point.
I said, I bumped into a lady. I was grocery shopping because we're supposed to get a big snow. So I was grocery shopping yesterday, and I had bumped into a lady accidentally. I didn't see her. She didn't see me. So I said, sorry. She was like, And I said, my sentiments. You know what I mean? Like, She was like, oh, what? You bumped into me? Because I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And she was like, not a worry. She was like, man, with the way things is going now. And I'm just like little stuff, you don't even you be like, man, listen, I'm good. You know what I mean? You be like, I'm good. I don't want to complain. I just want to be grateful for every single thing. Life, breath, just living, walking, having a job, everything.
Girl,
I'm just.
Can you talk?
And you know what? Things that are second nature to us. Like we don't think about it. We got gas. We got, hot water. Just things that are secondary to us. I just want to be extra grateful for.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. And I am extra grateful for it. If y'all see me looking down, y'all, I'm paying attention. I'm just trying to share our post. And I'm just like, come on now, why it's not working for me the way it normally do?
Yeah, it didn't work for me either.
Yeah, I'm trying to make sure we all over the place here. But in the meantime, yeah. So like I said, as I am not making a mockery by entertaining and you know, I said the other day live that I had 4 Christmas trees that I had put up in my house, and that wasn't to brag or boast as if I live in, you know. That is literally, I said, you know what? I found an extra $20. Here go another cheap tree. I want a tree in every room because I want to be in that spirit. I would rather be in that spirit when I walk in every room of my house as opposed to the other spirit that we have had at some points in time.
I put 2 up
this year.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I would
put 2
rather
up this year. I had my little rainbow one, which my cousin sent down.
You got a rainbow tree?
I got a rainbow tree, a little one. She sent out from North Carolina. I was trying to get it here, and no one had it. And she was like, I saw it in Big Lots. So she actually sent it. It cost more to send the tree than the tree cost.
Right.
But I was just extra grateful anyway that I was able to get the tree that I wanted. So I got 2. We still need work on it.
Is Norm in here? No? I want to get him in because I want to get Sassy and KT. So everybody who has watched us all of these years, you know that our ladies of the show, Can I call y'all that?
Yes.
Our ladies of the show.
Cool.
Our ladies of the show are Sassy and KT, and everybody knows that. And they are in the studio right now. So although we are not playing music live at the current moment, they are here. They are with us. I don't even know. Is there a camera facing y'all? Can I find one? Let me see. You know what? Or no. Because I don't even want to start messing with stuff.
Yeah.
And y'all be like, what's that? Y'all looking at in the corner. Like, I'll wait till.
Like, what's that green?
To
the professionals.
To the professionals, a little higher than myself. Come on in here. But if you have been watching the show for the last few weeks, everybody, then you know that we have been featuring people who have continued to do things throughout COVID. Mm-hmm. So a lot of us, again, like I said about the Christmas trees and everything else, a lot of us are just holding on at this time. Mm-hmm. And again, if that is you and you are just holding on and you are just maintaining, that in itself is truly, truly, truly a blessing.
Absolutely.
However, we do know of a few others who are doing a little more than just maintaining and a little more than just holding on. So shout out to those that we were able to interview for the past 2 weeks and the ones who are going to be coming on tonight as well. Shout out to them because this isn't easy.
No.
Living through this isn't easy.
Right.
We are at a point in time where we are in multiple pandemics. Everything is going on. And, you know, we talk about this on a weekly basis where in the not so near future, this will be studied in every university. People have to write textbooks about this now. Mm-hmm. And from every single aspect, from a social justice aspect, from a political aspect, from you know what mentally and emotionally, financially. You know what I didn't think about the other day, that one of my coworkers who has a 2-year-old, and she was telling me that how are toddlers being socialized? I didn't think about it. Mm-hmm. They literally aren't around anyone. And a lot of people are afraid to take their toddlers out. So not only, because even those toddlers that grew up staying home with mom, you still went out. Mm-hmm. You still went to the grocery store. You still went to family's house.
Yeah.
You still went to play with friends. Mm-hmm. But you have people that are being born at this point in time that literally for the next year or so are only going to know
whomever their caretakers.
Right. Are only going to know the people. Norm, can we get a picture with Sassy and KT behind us? Who are only going to know the people who live in their house. Come on, guys. How are they going to be socialized? Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. What does that do to your psyche? And you start seeing people for the first time.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So come right here. Y'all standing right here. Look, right here. Get in there. So y'all, like I said, this is our holiday show. So not only are we so not only
it ain't that bad. It ain't that bad.
So listen, not only are we featuring amazing people. We are celebrating amazing people. Wait, y'all get in here. Get in here.
Mask on, mask off. I don't know.
Get right in here. Get right here. Right here. Yeah. There we go. So we got all 4 of us. Y'all, we taking pictures. We doing everything. It's our holiday
On
show.
the air.
Yes. We are live, everybody. But it's the holidays. So we, again, are celebrating. And our 2 favorite girls. Huh? Okay. Our 2 favorite girls are in studio, so we definitely need to make sure we capture this. So y'all gonna watch.
Sassy, make for your feet. Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh!
I'm looking at her because you know she's tall. So
Uh-huh.
I'm looking at her face.
She was
You
looking
tall.
at you in there.
So I'm looking at and I'm like, her face not, and I'm like, he taking a picture of my bad.
Like not
not that one. Yeah.
But no, listen. While you guys are in here, we want to turn your mics on because we want to know how y'all are doing before we get to our guests.
Where you been?
So,
Sassy, you growing your hair out, I see.
I see it, right?
Yeah.
She is straight Jay-Z.
She got that.
With this.
No, she
Like straight Jay-Z.
She, no.
Your hair is free now.
Free. Yes, free.
Your hair is free now.
Oh God, I was about to say something. I was about to call her something.
It's
I can't think of it.
You know what? Get on that microphone. We want to talk to y'all because you know what? And I'm glad you both are here because both of you work in education. So I want to know, because right now in COVID, we are rounding out the year, and we have someone calling in from a political perspective. We have someone calling in from an arts and entertainment perspective, and hopefully we'll round it out with a love perspective at the end. But in the meantime, for the education perspective, you know, everybody going back to school, children learning from home, Zoom, everything, universities, some children being there, some children not being there. I want to know from you ladies, well, we're going to start with Sassy, being an administrator, being the head of the school, everything probably feeling like it falls on you and your team at times. What has that been like?
Yeah. So it's definitely been a challenge. It has caused, you know, educators throughout the world to be as innovative as possible. We are always concerned day in and day out because, believe it or not, regularly we get phone calls from students about the whole house having COVID.
Oh, my God.
Family members passing away. And the fact that services are limited because of COVID only makes things worse. So day in and day out, you know, it's one thing at a time, literally. We don't take anything for granted. We are very flexible as we work with the staff and the students. Everybody's overwhelmed.
Is everyone home?
Everyone.
Or you guys are doing?
No, everyone is home in Newark. Everyone is home.
Okay.
Some districts are lucky enough where they can send some of the students to school and then the rest are virtual. But those will be those districts that, those areas where it's not as condensed, everybody is on top of each other.
Right.
We live in a space where it's very crowded.
Yeah.
And so we're at higher risk. But each day is a new day that we are grateful for. But we are very careful and very conscious of the needs of the students and the community. It is not taken for granted. Every day is a special day, which brings challenges, whether it be technology, hunger, academic support, family support. You know, it's one or the other each and every day. So each person's and each family's situation is individualized, it's different. And as an administrator, what we do is we just try to accommodate our students and their families as best as we possibly can.
My question to you is, I know we're talking about the families and the children or whatever. I wanted you to, because I know you deal with, you know, special needs children and also just children with IEPs and things like that.
Yes.
How have you seen the change in them, and also just overall, like how has it been for them?
So I would say overall, as a district, it has definitely had a profound impact on our special needs students. So for
in a
example,
good or bad way?
in a bad way.
All right.
I mean, we're doing the best that we can.
Mm-hmm.
But for example, students who need physical therapy, that's challenging.
Absolutely.
Students that need speech therapy, although you can do it via Zoom or
It's not the
WebEx,
same.
it is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Students that need that one-on-one academic support is possible, but it's definitely not the quality in which they would get if we were brick and mortar.
Okay.
So there are a lot of challenges for the special needs population. They are twice as large as they would be for general ed students.
Mm-hmm.
Some students literally have opted to not go to school and go to work.
Wow.
Some of the older students, because their parents
Are not able to work.
aren't able to work. And so in some situations, we have students who go to work, take their phone, put their headphones on. They work in like local restaurants or whatever. And they are attending class while they flipping burgers.
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah.
And so we do the best that we can to accommodate them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, so my position is I'm okay with the student not being able to engage totally, but if he can listen to the lesson and we'll catch up with him later to do the...
But at least he's getting something.
He's getting something. But for me, the fact that education is that important for that student that he will keep those headphones on while he's working because he's trying to help his family and get his education at the same time, kudos to him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But like I said, every situation is different.
Yeah.
Some students are so frustrated because they cannot be in the building that it's overwhelming for them. Causes the parents to become more concerned. So the parent is really depressed because they don't know what to do. And then the student is depressed too because they really, really want to be they need to be in the building amongst their peers.
Absolutely.
They need to be in the presence of their teachers
Absolutely.
and the paraprofessionals that help to service them. Then you have those students that virtual is the way to go for them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I like this.
Yeah.
I don't have all those distractions.
Right,
I don't
right.
have to worry about David over there cutting up.
Right.
Like I can really focus.
Yeah.
So
some kids will soar with it, and some
Absolutely.
other kids need the interaction and the outlet as well, because sometimes school is an outlet for.
Right. Absolutely.
Because when you have issues at home or just things going on at home,
School
most
is
of
your
the time
safe
school
haven.
is your safe haven, right? So you are able to escape that for 8
Right.
hours, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Listen, I wanna put the educational perspective on pause for a quick moment because you guys are rocking out with us for the rest of the show, right? Sassy, KT, y'all are staying?
Absolutely.
All right, listen. So since they're staying because we're celebrating for our holiday show, I want to get our guests who are waiting in the waiting room right now.
Okay.
So I want we are going to speak right now, everybody, from a political perspective. Mr. Hockaday, we are going to go ahead and turn your camera on. Okay. Yes. So I want to speak now. Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
what's up?
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How you doing?
We are great. We are in the studio all dressed up for our holiday show because, you know what? We're just celebrating every single thing because we still here.
Oh man, what a blessing! What a doozy 2020 is and has been.
Yes.
Right? We're all blessed to be here.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fortunate.
And that's why we have you. That's why we have you guys on the show tonight, because we are just featuring people who are still making moves and making strides in the midst of multiple pandemics, in the midst of loss, depression, and there's still some silver linings. There's still some people who are able to do major things. Right before you came in with us, we were talking to our DJs, Sassy and KT, who both work in education. So we're definitely speaking about things from an educational perspective, but I want to get, you are here, so I want to get just a political wrap up from you with 2020. You know, we were all here with the voting I don't even want to call it a voting crisis because I don't really see where the crisis was, but with you know, the political, everything that happened in politics for 2020, I just want to know, what is your opinion? First of all, give everybody your title, and I just want to know your opinion on what happened this year and what do you think we have to look forward to in the next coming years?
Okay, so 2020, oh my goodness, just what a year. It's hard to separate 2020 only in political terms, but you know, when the year started off with the crash, with Kobe Bryant's year crashing, that should have been our first signal that we were in for just a year like no other.
Absolutely.
You know, but this year is the capstone of a Donald Trump presidency, which, you know, I know we all can remember that feeling in I guess it was late 2015 when Trump won and he beat Hillary Clinton. It was just like I was depressed probably for at least a good 6 months, just because we had just this ignorant, disrespectful, racist, bigoted leader that is now in the perch of the highest office of the land. For Black people, I mean, it was just a continuous onslaught, but for all types of minorities and women, you know, just a horrible presidency, you know. But, you know, there are some things, I won't say we have to thank him, but what he created was just such bright lines in terms of where you stand. I think that is partially what fueled in 2020, which is, you know, the election with the highest turnout ever. You know, nationally, we had the highest turnout in Plainfield probably ever, with about almost 2/3 of Plainfielders, registered voters in Plainfield voting in this election. So they wanted to send a clear signal that they didn't want them there, you know. So there was a lot of political engagement in 2020. Give me 1 second. I got to stop my
as tumultuous as it was, a lot of great things came out of 2020 it relates to the African American community.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely.
Yes, indeed.
Yes. All right.
You know, so you know, it was a very interesting year, you know, that we have. I didn't say my title. So I'm Steve Gary Hockaday, Esquire, councilman, just was reelected to councilman at large. I'm currently serving as the city council president this year. And I'm just happy to serve. You know, I've always considered myself a public servant at heart. You know, all my jobs have been public service related. I worked at Covenant House, helping the homeless youth transition from crisis to independence. I was at Legal Services, defending against unlawful evictions and defending individuals in public housing. And now I work for the Department of Social Services for the county, amongst other things that I do, you know, involved in real estate representation, because that's an area of law where we need to be, right? And, you know, everybody needs to, you know, house up, you know, use real estate as a form of wealth preservation and wealth creation. You know, I strongly believe in that, and that's, you know, one of the primary reasons why, you know, I'm engaged in that area of law. So, you know, that's pretty much what I do in terms of work. But, you know, politically, you know, we're just trying to work for the people and try to keep things moving for the benefit of Plainfielders.
Yes. Listen, so what are your thoughts on what's coming? So the election happened. I mean, even though some people didn't decide that it was real until I think it was yesterday.
They finally,
right.
Some of them,
you know. How do you feel? Let me ask you this. From a political perspective and from a man who is in politics, does the future look brighter to you than it has the last 4 years?
Well, it's a little brighter because we won't have Donald Trump there. We won't have a racist in chief as the highest.
We did have 70s.
You know, that so we'll be fortunate because of that. You know, I wasn't a Joe Biden zealot. He wasn't my first choice. I like Kamala even, you know, when she was running for president, I donated to her. But for president, I don't vote for a person. I vote for their policies. I vote for who they surround themselves with, most important, because running a federal government is an enormous, enormous undertaking. So many jobs, and you set policy by who you place in those jobs, as well as judges that you appoint, you know, who create our justice system, our judicial system, you know. So I know that Joe Biden and the people that he surrounds himself with will be like, it'd be like night and day in terms of the policies that will come. So it's bright in terms of that. But the Senate, you know, we have these Georgia races, 2 runoffs, 2 Senate seats, which pretty much will hold the balance on whether or not Mitch McConnell, who I consider like the devil himself, whether he runs the Senate and controls what legislation comes through, or whether or not we'll have a Democrat who runs the Senate that's able to work with Joe Biden. You know, so that's really important. You know, in Georgia, you know, they have in Atlanta, they have a playing field day. So many playing fields.
Yes.
You know, so we need to make sure we telling all our folks that in Georgia, my uncle's in right outside of Atlanta right now. We making sure all of them come out and vote, because the balance of the country is still not over. So maybe it looks a little brighter, you know, but it's not over in terms of you know, whether or not we'll be able to get our progressive agendas through the federal government until we figure out what's going to happen with these Senate seats in Georgia. So get your people in Georgia to come on out and vote, because we need it. The whole country is counting on Georgia right now. I think I'm gonna go down. Actually, I'm gonna do some election protection. I'm serious. You know, I did it in Florida the first when Trump won. Just poll watching, just reporting, just being eyes and ears on the ground and reporting the regularities and so forth. They need all the help that you can get. I'll fly down to Georgia for a couple of days just to, try to save democracy if we can.
Yeah. Well, I want to know. So what's next for you? Are we going to be voting for you in the next 4, 8 years? What are we doing, Mr. Hockaday?
Yeah, it's a fair question. I guess my standard answer is, first of all, you never say never to anything, whatever the future may bring. Right. 2020 has shown us that we just don't know what the future holds. Right. So you have to be open-minded. You have to be flexible, figure out what's going on, and then make decisions based on the facts on the ground. Right. So I'm always going to be open to other opportunities, or if there's other ways that I can serve. But I strongly feel like when you're in a position, you shouldn't look so far past the position that you ignore all the opportunity available right in what you're doing right now
in your present position
to maximize that. There's still a lot of work we can do here in Plainfield, in a city council role, especially as council president. So, so I'm looking forward to continuing to serve. It was a very interesting election here in Plainfield this year. As you know, for the city council, the election was the primary. Right. But in November, there was a general election where they had already, decided on the council representatives, but then was the school board election that was up. And there was a shift in the school board.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I don't get so involved in it. I do watch and see what's going on with the school board. I try not to. I don't tamper with it in a sense, but we all see what's going on, and we all know what we wish for our city. And all I can say is, in an election where we had more Plainfielders vote than any other because of the historic turnout and the anti-Trump sentiment and so forth. There were 3 candidates selected that, now has a mandate to try and turn around our school districts. Because we know this. When I was campaigning, a lot of times, a lot of what people wanted to talk about was our schools, and that's not the role of council, but I still feel a sense of responsibility. I still share those concerns. Still have family members who are in the school or have been through the school district, and I have an enormous care and concern about them. And I'm involved with charter schools as well.
Yes.
I'm a founder of Cresthaven Academy,
Yeah.
Charter school, which I'm proud of the work that we're doing over there.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't educate. We can't educate the entire Plainfield populations.
Right.
The public school has an enormous role in how it shapes the lives of our youth.
Our youth, yeah.
And honestly, I feel like charter school roles are kind of to put a little pressure on the school districts, to excel, because if they see that parents are going elsewhere because there's a different environment or culture, right? Then that's the clearest indication that you need to step your game up.
Right.
Right. And without that counter argument, without that actual, schools or microcosms of what can happen with Plainfield students in terms of parent participation, which, has routinely been at 100% in terms of parent participation, et cetera. We're able to be an example to make sure that the school district is kind of, just knows and has faith in our population that greatness can be accomplished if there's a will and if the kids are being put forth.
Yeah.
So just like you all, I'm looking eagerly at what happens next year, what kind of changes are implemented next year, and over the course of years, how we can begin to turn around the school district. Because I always say, not to talk too much, but
It's fine.
I always say that Plainfield and like a Westfield, it has the same housing stock. If you drive down the street, you'll see the same types of houses, same relative size.
Right.
The difference is just a couple things. So one is the school district. It's partly due to funding in a sense, and then of course just years of discrimination and redlining.
Right. Of course.
You can't discount that. You got to figure if they're giving us mortgages that are at 5%, and then they give somebody in Westfield a mortgage for 2.9%. That's a difference of $300 or $400 monthly.
Yeah, it is.
Right. So you have more money that you can make improvements in every corner of your home look immaculate because you have extra income.
Keep your home built up, keep your neighborhood built up, keep your block built up. You have more for a landscaper to come in to, keep things done.
Exactly.
You know what? Actually, what I want to connect with you into the new year because, something you said in the very beginning, I know we're talking about politics, but you talked about ownership and home ownership, and I definitely want to connect with you because I want to do more and talk more about that on the show. And if Queen Bee and I over here can agree that can be one of our goals,
right?
To make sure that we are campaigning for home ownership in 2021 for people in our community and people in our culture. If you would be open and willing to do so, I think we should all sit down and talk about doing multiple shows, even if it's just virtual programs that we can put together to discuss that, because I think that is going to be extremely important.
We have to.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a mandate. That's mandatory.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and through my representation, I built relationships with lenders, and not the predatory type. I mean,
Yeah.
so I mean, with lenders and professionals that can make the dream of home ownership real for people.
All
And
right.
what you got to understand. I mean, many of you might have heard of like NACA, right? NACA provides like one of the best loans out there in terms of interest rates. You can buy down your interest rate really low to like the low twos. They pay your closing costs, you know, all your attorney fees. I mean, it's a sweetheart loan. The problem is it's a challenge because it might take a year and a half to go through their program to get the loan.
Right.
You know, but there are other lenders who offer services like that at a vastly reduced time. You know, and I'd love to speak to people.
We definitely are going to get into it. I'm gonna I have another guest waiting because we're wrapping up politics, we're wrapping up education, we're wrapping up arts and education, we're wrapping up hopefully a love segment if he's able to call in. But this is this is definitely something that we have been discussing in my home over the last few months about property management and ownership and home ownership and, you know, and building wealth. So again, right now, kudos to you for everything that you have been doing throughout this time. You know, I've seen you, I'm watching, I see what you're doing. Kudos to you for that. Kudos to you for being able to see outside of yourself at this time. We talked with someone last week that said, be the change because it's not always about you. And you are the example of that. So thank you to you for that. Right now, if you celebrate holidays, please, please, please enjoy them. And on the other side of the new year, if we are blessed and able to still be here, I definitely want us to sit down and meet with you. And maybe we can do monthly virtual meetings or have you on the show so that we can really do step-by-step guidelines for our people, what they need to do from starting to build credit and what exactly they need until we are actually handing keys over to properties. If you're okay with that.
Oh man, that's God's work right there. So if we can do that, that'll be so good for our community. Let's do it. I'm all in. Count me in.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Hockaday. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all y'all do, man. Y'all out here killing it.
Thank
you.
All right. So we'll be talking to you soon.
Okay.
All righty. Have a good one. All right, everybody. So we again, that I'm so glad he said that. Even though we were supposed to be talking about politics, I am so glad that he brought that up because that is something, again, like I said, we have been talking about in my house, and that is important as we move forward. We talked about on one of our other shows about moving us forward as a people and how do we do that. If we have these 15 minutes of fame, where do we go from here, right?
Where do we go?
Well, right now we're going to go into arts and entertainment, okay?
All right.
So everybody, please help me welcome to the show my friend and co-worker here, Miss Najia Bailey. Are you on here? Let me make sure I get you on screen. You are here.
Hello.
Yes, you are here. Welcome to the Owl Show.
Hey, ladies, how you doing?
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Great.
We are good. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's been a full day, and I'm doing good.
Could you tell me about it? Okay. Listen, we brought you on the show tonight because we want to talk about entertainment. You know, again, we're talking about a few different things tonight, but from the entertainment aspect, tell us exactly what's happening at NJPAC for our people.
Some awesome things are happening. I think NJPAC has been one of the leaders in arts, not just arts education, but just in the arts period all over the country. We've been leading in virtual programming because a lot of people know the theaters are dark. They're closed. We can't open. COVID shut down everything. But I'm excited to be a part of the community engagement staff at NJPAC, and we are hosting this weekend on Saturday, December 19th, our virtual Kwanzaa celebration. And y'all know, because many of people in this area know that they've come to the arts and they've come to Newark to experience the Kwanzaa festival. I used to come to the Kwanzaa festival with my children before I even worked for NJPAC. So I'm excited, that is going on. It has not stopped. We have not missed a beat. We are continuing to go. So there's a whole lot going on on this Saturday.
All right. So tell us about it. Tell us about it.
Sure. So first, we have an amazing tribute to the elders happening at 11:30 a.m. And all of these events can be, you need to register for, you need to RSVP for, so you can receive the links, so you can get plugged in to attend. And you're going to go to njpac.org/Kwanzaa. So our first event is with our elders. We have to start with those that came before us, right? Their wisdom. So the elders are going to come through with some amazing conversation. We're going to actually be graced with Mayor Ras Baraka is going to give words of welcome at the top of this conversation. And I don't know about you all, but I have been watching the mayor, and he has been amazing during this COVID season. I just want to commend him for his leadership in the city of Newark. But he's going to come and say hey, and even our CEO John Schreiber is going to come through. What I love what I love most about working at NJPAC, our CEO is so involved in the community, and he wants to. He's an advocate for community engagement. And so I so love that he's going to be with us as well. But we're going to hear from the elders, and there's going to be a conversation. We're going to talk about what Kwanzaa is. And then we're going to be blessed to have Miss Amina Baraka going to recite a poem for us. So she's going to do some poetry. And we're trying to, thread the element of the old school poetry and our younger spoken word artists. It's the same art form, but it's coming from two different generations. So we have some young people coming from NJPAC's arts education. Some of those artists are coming through to recite some poetry. We also have Stanley Terrell, who's going to recite some poetry. And then we also are going to hear from the mama, Mildred Crump, councilwoman at large in the city of Newark. Mildred Crump is going to be with us. So I think that's amazing. You guys know and love her already. So that's at 11:30. Then I'm excited about hearing from the Divine Nine. We have an awesome conversation from the Divine Nine. We have an awesome panel that is going to come through and speak about social justice through the lens of the Divine Nine. So we're going to have some great conversations about educational empowerment and.
I think we have a Delta in the house right now.
All right.
Okay, go ahead.
I did not pledge in college, but if I was going to, I wanted to pledge Delta. All right.
Okay.
The only way to go.
Yeah.
Well, the only reason why I did it was because they were not active on my campus, and then they said, "Oh, do something else." I said, "Nope, Delta or nothing." So,
all right. Okay.
It's good to know.
Is there not always a senior chapter or something?
Yeah, you can
graduate
definitely,
chapter or something that you can do.
Graduate chapter.
I have heard, but I support my sisters from the sideline. I support y'all. I just love. I love all of them, but Delta always stood out to me for their emphasis on education. I love that about them. But we're gonna hear from the men and women of Divine Nine. Valencia Yearwood has curated this panel, and it's gonna be fabulous. Okay,
that's my line,
it's also
sister.
Go ahead.
That's my line, sister.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Look, all in the family. We all in
All
the family.
Yes. And it's going to be moderated by Baba Adele. I'm messing up his name, but director of Forces of Nature Dance Theater. He's going to be with us, and it's going to be amazing. So you don't want to miss that. That's at 1 p.m. All right. That's going to be at 1 p.m. And I'm telling you, the conversation that is going to go on with that is going to be fierce. All right. And then we're going to have another conversation at 3 p.m. on the strength of the Black theater. That's going to be powerful. Okay. The strength of the Black theater. We know that we have had to cross some roads and cross over and go through our own situations with in theater, just being Black people, right? And so we're going to talk about the strength of the Black theater, and then talk about what that means during COVID. So I'm excited to hear that conversation at 3:00, and all of these events are are promoting the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. So we have Ujima, which is just collective work and responsibility. You guys know the principles on the Guzu Saba. And so it's all about our culture and promoting our culture, because if we don't highlight our culture, who will? So that's really important.
I need my co-host here, Queen B, to look up all the principles.
Oh, okay. I thought you was about to ask me to name them. Najia, I was about to be like, help me out. Help me out.
I got you. They're right here in front of me, so I got you if you need them.
Go ahead,
but I remember learning about these principles when I was younger, and I'm just grateful that, I did have that education. Being younger, my teachers went out above and beyond. Shout out to Reverend Dr. Stephanie Minity. Yes. She's the reason why I know about Kwanzaa, because she made us celebrate it in her class. Amen.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Nia, okay? That's what I remember. Okay? Shout out to Miss Minity.
That's right. So we have Imani represents faith, right? That's about faith. Umoja is unity. Ujima is collective work and responsibility. Nia is purpose. Kuji Jakalia is self-determination.
I remember that one.
Kumba is creativity. The last one is Kumba. That's creativity. And so each one of these events, there's 7 events. They represent one of the 7 principles. What's Kwanzaa without dance? We're going to have movement. Okay. Yes. We're going to have 7 movement classes, 7 different movement classes where you can take Karen Love from Umoja Dance Studio, help put this together. And we have some amazing teaching artists that are coming to teach West African, capoeira. We have a step artist even. We have drumming. It's going to be fabulous. So people will be able to sign up for those classes as well. As we're used to going through that NJPAC lobby and seeing that beautiful genres of dance, we're going to continue that virtually. All right. So you can sign up for that there. You're also going to be able to see 2 different events on demand. So at your leisure. Step Africa is going to be on demand starting December 19th. It'll be available 2 days from December 19th and 20th. You'll be able to experience Step Africa right on the website. Okay, so you can go to the website and view that now. Even I think it's starting now. You can even go now. And then we also have visual arts and crafts. So we didn't want to leave that component out. We had so many wonderful an array of creative arts, mask making, face painting, and just art, different type of arts and crafts that our children, because we know that the arts really intrigue the minds of children and our youth. And I always say, when we can pull out the art out of a child, that's when that child can be successful in many other areas. So you want to begin to, with our young children, begin to stimulate their minds with arts and get those creative juices flowing. And so those videos will be on demand on December 19th as well. So we have all of that happening virtually. So COVID did not stop the Kwanzaa celebration. We're going to continue. A lot of people had to cancel their Kwanzaa celebrations. There's usually Kwanzaa celebrations all over. But thank God we were able to pull it off. We were able to figure out how we can do this virtually and still have it to be a blessing to the community. So I'm excited about it. You guys need to go register njpac.org/Kwanzaa, and it's free. It's free.
Yeah, listen, I thank you for coming on and telling
us
about
you.
this at this time. And you know what? not only is it about NJPAC, because you know what, we have been featuring individuals for the past 3 weeks who have had the courage and the strength and the energy to do something throughout COVID, throughout the pandemics, throughout this time. So not only are we going to talk, not only did I want to mention what NJPAC is doing and the programs, just to let people know that they still have an outlet to be able to celebrate. But I also want to give kudos to you, as I have everyone else, because you also started your own business at this particular time. And so that is something that, you know, you use the pause to be able to move forward in your dreams and your goals. And I don't know if it seems like it was a big deal to you or if it was just a logical next step, but it is something that a lot of other people may not have had the gumption to be able to do, and you did it. So I just want to acknowledge you for that, because that I feel like that is something that is absolutely amazing. Queen Bee, anything?
No, I just want to commend you as well for doing that as well. Yeah, it's very you didn't lose sight, and a lot of us are losing sight. And that's to do it in the deep of a pandemic is dynamic.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I appreciate that. And I think that when you are wired a certain way to be able to solve problems, I think I think really everyone was created to solve problems. The divine has put it into us to do something in the earth. And so I feel like, to solve people's problems, no matter what's happening, what's going on. When COVID hit, I just got on the ground running, and as being back and forth with work at NJPAC and being furloughed, just coming back yesterday, coming back, I was on, I have this graphic design business, and let's see what I can do with it. And so I decided to rebrand myself and relaunch Butterfly East Graphic Design, and to expand and share with people what I was already doing. My business coach always told me, she would tell me, if they keep asking you for it, it's a business. So I said, what can I do to expand this business? So not only do I offer graphic design services, but I also offer training. I teach people how to grow their businesses. I teach them marketing strategies. I teach them how the best practices on social media. I have a butterfly formula on how to grow your business. And so I do live one-on-one training with individuals and teams. And that's been going well. And that's called my business excellence packages. That's been going well. And then I also have consulting services where people hire me to for certain projects, or they just need certain things done for a specific amount of time. People need extra hands. They need guidance, because a lot of people were calling me and asking me for it anyway. So now I just send them an invoice for it.
Hey, you might as well charge.
That's right.
Listen, and get paid. We're going to have to, just like I said to Councilman Hockaday, we're going to have you back at the beginning of the new year, and we're going to have to get into detail to talk about that, because you have a lot of people that want to be entrepreneurs, and they need what it is that you offer. They need that help. They will need that assistance. So listen, we will definitely be calling you. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Thank you so much for calling in tonight and letting us know everything that's going on at NJPAC and what's going on with you as well. And we are going to be talking to you soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good night.
Have a blessed night.
You too.
All right, everybody. So,
praise the Lord.
All right, now. All right, saints, praise the Lord. All right. So listen. We are going to move on. We're going to go back to education, because again, we were talking to a number. Is that me? Okay. We were talking to a number of different people. Again, we were featuring all of those who are still moving and shaking during COVID. We were featuring those who still are creating ideas and who are doing things and have something to offer, and found this time again to use the pause to be able to do that. So again, I think that's what tell me, what is your thoughts on all of that? Like, how do you feel? We're in studio. We're still creating right now.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
is this something that is hard for you to? I mean, let's be honest about it.
Okay.
Is it hard for you to leave the house now?
Yes.
Like,
no, it's absolutely. You know what I've become in these last months.
Yeah.
I've literally become a homebody. Like, I don't want to go. I don't come down this way.
Yeah.
Unless I have to.
Well, you're up.
Yeah,
Come
I'm up
this way.
So
yeah.
I don't up this way, whatever way, back this way, something. I literally don't come down unless I have to, like in dire need to, like somebody's having an event or something like that. I really don't. I try not to. I stay home. I literally roll out of bed to my computer to work.
You will roll out of
out of bed.
Sound like my wife.
I roll out. I log in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I have 3 little ones in front of me, so I call it the call center.
Oh my God.
I wake them up and I say, meet me downstairs. They are 2 10-year-olds and a 12-year-old.
So you starting all
so
over.
I'm yes, but I'm teaching.
Sassy, that sounds like you with yours.
Yeah,
right?
I'm
you
actually
have the twins at home, right?
Yeah,
The twins and a 10-year-old.
And a 10-year-old.
10.
That's
oh my
right.
God, that's
Christopher's 10.
Yeah.
You have a call center too.
I do.
So yeah, so I have her 3. So I run a call center. She works.
Yeah.
Out of
Yeah.
So it's just me and them.
Oh my God.
So I gotta get up, stop, do lunch, make sure they're signing in class on time because my kids do cut in front of me. I just want to tell you,
you are
they
back
do.
in
They do.
mommy mode.
I am.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Look at there. Look at God.
Look at this
Yeah.
family structure.
Yes.
Yeah, we're back in
They
mommy mode.
yeah, they cut in front of me though.
You know what?
Do y'all kids do that? I be like, where you supposed to be? They be like, Jim. I'm like, you not doing this? I got one that just don't. I be like, you gotta stretch. You gotta stretch. Like, you gotta do something. He be crossing his legs like. I'm like, so yes. So they cut class in front of me.
Oh my God.
But no, it's a joy. It's been great. It teaches me a lot of patience. I will say that.
Yeah.
It gives me patience back.
All over again?
All over again. All over again. And it's funny because my older ones, my son and my daughter, they laugh at me because they shake their head. They'll call me or they'll be in the house with me and my big ones are like, she was not like that with us.
Did not have that.
They be like, throw the TV at him.
Wait, like you did today.
Right.
That ain't fair.
That ain't fair.
That is not fair, Mom.
Absolutely. So it's like, but the kids are different. They're different. So, but it's like I said, I call it the call center. They're funny. Yeah. But like you said, I see it on a daily basis, like where one is like, I'm good, I'm home. And the other 2 are like, when are we going back to school? You know what I mean? Right. So it's different and it's difficult, for sometimes. But I actually, because I take off work, I will tell you, I do give them days. I gave them 1 day. I gave them 1 day to take off because you cannot have a child sit there 8 hours and just absolutely. So just like I take off of work, even though I'm home, I give them a day as well to.
So that's part of the challenge.
Right.
Students are required to have so many hours of certain content areas. But because COVID has them sitting in front of a computer for an entire school day.
It's really hard.
Schedules have been modified to accommodate the students, to give them breaks, to give them an opportunity to step away from the screen.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
that is
definitely
they get half a days and things like that too. So that's been great. But like I have given them 1 day where I'm like, you guys are not signing in today. I sent an email and I just wanted them to take a mental day. Because if I need a mental day, even though I'm home, I know they do.
So what we learned during COVID is that traditionally in the building, the work is divvied up between subject areas and periods. But when you're working from home or you're schooling from home, that work for some reason tends to be 10 times magnified. The amount that you would traditionally do in the building.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it is very overwhelming for the students. And not to have that traditional support. Mom's trying to work. You got your sibling trying to do their work. You got to stay in this seat. Because as soon as you move, mom and dad are like, are you done?
Yeah.
Like, what are you supposed to be doing?
Yep.
It's
That's be me.
It's such a drastic change that happened so spontaneously. Students are just now getting the hang of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm challenged with, to be honest, just to piggyback off of you. I'm challenged with, so my dining room table has literally become the table, right? Mm-hmm. So, and you don't want to move anything off the table. They still got to eat on the table, but you don't want to move their laptops and their things off the table because you're like, they're going to be here the next day.
Right.
So, but I don't want them eating on top of that has become really complicated. Mm-hmm. And the fact that I have to hold meetings while they're in front of me. So they're like, what are you talking about? Guys, you cannot talk to me right now. Like, I need you. Like, and they be like, well, what, are you bored? Are you like this meeting? Like, what are they saying? And I'm like, guys, I was like, and then I have to tell them, guys, I'm about to talk. But how about their teacher needs them to talk too? Yeah. So how are we talking that? So sometimes I actually have to get up and get away and maybe go to my room or something like that. But even that's hard because you're still like, what are they doing? Are they focusing? You know what I mean? Are they doing what they need to do? So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's our K through 12 perspective. KT, I know you're at a university, right?
How's
so
that?
Are you going into your office, or let us know what is that looking like?
Put the voice on.
Hey!
No, it's back. It's back. 1-800. It's like no.
So we've been at home. We're home until they say January 1st, but I'm sure it'll be longer than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But on our end, our department is small, so the transition to go into online or remote instruction was pretty easy for us. I know like the bigger departments had some issues, but on a university level, I know we're losing a lot of money because most of our students are coming from like, overseas.
Yeah.
And, like our international students was like the biggest thing for us. So since they can't have that experience, they're not even registering to even, want to be with our university. So we lost a lot in that regard.
Yeah.
So the only people that are really on campus are like any professors with labs or any students who are doing lab style work. But other than that, everything's been pretty smooth. At least I can only, speak for our school. I don't know about any other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's like I said, this is something that is going to be studied. How we all got through this from an educational perspective, from a political perspective, from a health perspective, financially, how everyone
Absolutely.
And that's what I was going to say next, from a community perspective. And then, you know what? And I know we were supposed to have our love coach was supposed to come on, and he got stuck, doing something else, so we weren't able to talk to him. So we're going to just talk to all of y'all about it. We family, right? It's our holiday show. We can do whatever we want,
Absolutely.
Right? So just speaking about things from a love perspective, a relationship perspective, a family perspective. And I actually want to do a show. I talked about it with Queen B. I want to do a show next week, just couples in COVID at Christmas. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just want to know, how did everyone survive? Did you survive? Were you a couple when 2020 started and now you are not at the end of 2020 because of just pressure and stress? You know what I mean? How did you make it through? I joke all the time, sometimes joking, sometimes not, but I'm just like, I don't know, in my own relationship, we may have broken up, 57 to 75 times, sometimes in one day. You know what I mean? When COVID started, we'd be like, you know what? I don't care that you don't like that I fold the towels like that.
Oh, God.
Because now we are both home.
Right.
We are both in each other's space. We are literally looking at each other 24/7. Mm-hmm. And I know just me personally, in my relationship, that was the first time. So it was literally, and I'm going to be honest with y'all. With me and this man, I cook. I can cook everything. He be trying. Sometimes he has succeeded. You know what I mean? But he actually is a better cleaner than I am. Okay.
It's a balance.
So it's a balance. He's a better cleaner than I am, and he's always like, why did you leave that right there, and why did you do that like that? Why is that sitting right there? Why would you do? You know what I mean? But when COVID first started, he got on that ish, okay? And I'm going to be in the house like, I just sat it there for a second. But why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense. So the breakups ensued from that. Now, by the end of the night, we would both still be there. But I'm just saying that it would be like, I can't do this.
So a moment of transparency for me. So she's a federal officer. So she had some furlough days that they gave her, and then she was home because she had surgery. So 6 weeks. 6 weeks she was home. And yeah, for surgery. Yeah, 6 to 8. No. So we'll joke. So 6 to 8 weeks she was home, and she is used to doing everything for herself. And honestly, she is used to doing everything for the family. So that wasn't great for her. You know what I mean? So we had to learn. It's funny because we started off 2020 in the relationship. Generally, our lives, she was one way, I was, doing working and just doing radio like we do and all the other stuff. And then we kind of met up on the weekends and everything like that. But then it got to a point where, like, I'm more so in the home and she's more in the home. So we actually got to know each other a little better, a little better. Now I will say there is some pet peeves that she has learned about me, and I have learned about her. Now, I am not a dirty person, but when I get dressed and I am looking for something and everything is all over the place. She can't stand that. You know what I mean? She can't either. She can't stand that. But I clean it up. Now she's a better cook than me. She burn. I just be like, did you want me to get the salt for you? Or crack the eggs or yo, I am that's what I am. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Sometimes I don't. I might watch from the kitchen. Babe, did you need anything? You know what I mean? Right? That's me.
And amazement.
Absolutely. And I always be like, right. I be like, so tell me what you did. She'd be like, tell me what you did. We got to know each other. I think my bonding with the children was imperative, and it was great. It was great for us because we actually get to see each other every single day. And I always say, meet me at the table. You know how Jada Pinkett has a red round table? I call it the long table. Meet me at the long table. And I'm gonna be honest, a lot of conversations go on that we wouldn't have generally as a family goes on if it wasn't for COVID and us just doing. Game night came back, taco night came back. There are things that we implement now that I just could not do. Right. I could not do before. Yeah. So, meet me at the table, or at the table, everybody's feelings. We call it. Let me tell you what we do in our household. Kids have a bad day. She makes us meltdown muffins. Sometimes I need them. Sometimes the kids need them. But she'll come in and be like, anybody need meltdown muffins? And she puts them in the oven. And that's what we do to get through the day or the week. Listen. But yeah, no. We don't break up because I ain't taking no breaks. Have we had some you stay up there and you watching your show, me trying to talk to her type, like, you good? I'm good. Okay. Yeah, well, did you need anything when I go to the kitchen?
That type of thing. When we knew that we were not coming back from COVID anytime soon, I took the spare bedroom and I made that my office. Some of them breakups was you take your ass in there and I'm sitting here. And now, if we meet in the middle in the hallway, I call that hallway my commute. Now, it's literally the next room. But I'll be like, the commute this morning was so long, But sometimes we meet on the road the path, and we might make up in the hallway, and then we good again. But, listen. No. I just want to know.
You just make it work.
How
about you, Sassy? How are you guys? Good.
Get Sassy the mic.
Give him the mic. And then we got to ask KT. You good over there?
And then we wrapping up the show to have a holiday drink.
Yes.
Hey, listen. COVID was wonderful.
Yeah, good.
As far as our relationship is concerned.
Okay.
Like, we like being up under each other.
I don't know what is going to happen when it's time to go back.
It's cool.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I'm dying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think I've had a couple of moments where I would I would literally get dressed to go to work, to go into the building, only because there were documents in the building that I needed.
Yeah.
Or I needed to scan something. I don't have a scanner at home, so I need to go to the building, scan this information. Like I work with special needs departments, so a lot of the children's benefit paperwork comes in.
That's right.
Yeah.
Right? So they can get their benefits.
Right. Yeah.
I have to literally go to my mailbox, retrieve them, take them to my office, scan them so that they can go to the correct departments, so they can fill out the information, so it can go back to the state so they can get their benefits.
Yeah. Yeah.
So stuff like that I cannot do at home.
Yeah.
Because it comes in the mail.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would go to just take care of a couple of things at work, and she would have a fit. Like, why are you going in that building and you going to catch something?
Yes.
There's nobody in the building, you guys.
We're fine.
But like, I have a mask.
We're fine.
Right. I have my mask. The only people in the building are security, custodial workers who are cleaning and scrubbing, and administrators.
Okay.
And we're in and out, like on a very flexible schedule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to her? I got to get this paperwork done because these babies need their funds.
Yeah.
But all in all, you guys are.
But all in all, great.
KT, let's go. Look, KT, let's go.
Let us know.
I'm ready for my holiday drink.
Let us know.
Let's go.
So going into COVID, I was single.
I know.
All right now.
Now we still in COVID, but I am not anymore.
2020's been good to you.
It's been good.
Look
It's
at
been
you.
good. And the crazy part is we were actually friends for like years.
Okay. Yeah.
So she's coming out of something crazy. I haven't been in something, so we're like little kids in candy stores right now. We just
I know that feeling.
each other on a different level.
It's a
and
year later, and I'm still like that. Like, it don't make
it's
sense.
Real cool. It's real cool. So.
Good for you. So you got a relationship in the pandemic.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been nice and cozy.
Oh.
That, you know what? And honestly, and I feel like that's what it's about.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what it's about. It instead of tearing families apart, it is bringing families together. It is making people realize the love in this situation.
God said, y'all won't do it, I'm going to make you do it.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. He literally stopped time, like, and was like,
y'all listening, but y'all don't hear me.
Yep. Okay. You're absolutely right.
All right.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
I can show you better than I can tell you.
You're right.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, and I think that's an amazing thing. If that is what we are supposed to get out of this, and if that is the lesson for being,
I got a lot out of it. I think I got a lot out of COVID. I got a lot out of just listening to whether it be the children or to her or just to family or I got a lot out of COVID.
You did.
I did.
And there's more coming.
Yes.
Hey,
yes.
listen.
Hey.
Like a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
As it is, you are very grateful for it.
Absolutely.
Listen, I just want to say, because we're wrapping up the show right now, this is our holiday show, so this is why we're all, dressed up and trying to be cutesy because we didn't have holiday parties. So this is our holiday party, everybody. I just want to say thank you because this is our last time in studio, but I just want to, for 2020, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has watched us all year, even when we were at home and we were trying to figure out how to do it from home. And then we were kind of coming back in the studio and got our new backdrop and everything back here that I absolutely love. Even though we missed our ladies, we missed Sassy, we missed KT, being in here with us the entire time, but they're in here with us today, and I am grateful, and I know we are all blessed to be here, and I just wish nothing but love, blessings, peace, health, and just a protection around every single last one of you all. So thank you so much. Any final remarks?
I missed you guys. I told her the other day, I said, I really missed him. Didn't I say that? I said, I really missed him. You got to tell them to come. Like, I need to see their face before we close out the new year. So I miss both of you for various reasons. Same here. Yeah. Life is good. 2020, we made the best of it. We're making the best of it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I'm grateful.
And on that note, we love you guys for watching. We love you guys for listening. And we will be seeing you soon. God willing, we will be here next week. And we will be, hopefully you guys tune in for another great show.
Yeah.
We're going to go celebrate because it's the holiday.
Where are we celebrating?
Well, we're going to talk about that. So, thank you, everybody. Thank you. We love you. See you soon. God willing.